Every fall, the great white sharks start to circle the Farallon Islands in search of food. So many sharks that it has become known as Sharktober in the Bay Area. This is one of the largest aggregations of great white sharks in the world, and it happens only 30 miles from the Golden Gate Bridge. This Sharktober, I decided to teach my students about other sharks that live in the Bay Area, as well as the iconic great white shark, to develop awareness of the animals in our own backyard, foster curiosity, and encourage collaboration. My name is Michaela Logan, and I work at Emerson Elementary School in Oakland and volunteer for the nonprofit Shark Stewards.
I thought that sharks were very mean and they ate people.
So I thought that they were just vicious predators.
I thought that they just eat people.
These were some of the responses I heard when asking my third graders at Emerson Elementary School about sharks. In order to change their perspectives that were so deeply influenced by negative media and poorly made movies, we embarked on a journey to look at sharks that live in our own backyard. Over 4 weeks, I pulled a small group of 7 students from our after-school program. This became Shark Club. Our first session was spent doing the National Geographic activity Shark Teeth, where we compared shark teeth with what they eat. I added in sharks of the bay. We started out by discussing sharks we already knew, and then I asked about other sharks that students were less knowledgeable about. These were the sharks we would be studying over the next few weeks. For the next meetup, we began partnering up and getting assigned a shark. Each partner group was asked to collaborate to record 3 specific things: diet, size, and habitat of their shark. Students were given many shark books and computer access to research these areas together and to record them.
We really like working together.
When students started seeking out information at home and at the library in their free time, I knew I had sparked their curiosity.
I went home and studied sharks for 2 hours.
Students studied the Pacific spiny dogfish, the leopard shark, the broad-nosed seven-gill shark, and together we learned about the great white and the basking shark, all which visit us in the Bay Area. Session 3 began with a recap of the previous week. I had groups share out the information they had found and compare their findings. This was a great opportunity to refer back to the National Geographic Shark Teeth activity we had done previously. We talked about the differences in what the sharks eat, where they live, and how big they are. Students then used computers to create their own informational sheets, including a picture and a map of where their sharks live. These informational sheets would later become part of a permanent display about sharks of the bay at our school. Session 4 was focused on the size of each shark that we studied. We reviewed the information from the previous weeks and then moved our group outside. We measured out each individual shark to see just how big our neighbors are. After measuring out the sharks with string, the groups worked together to mark how big their sharks were with chalk. To show off all the learning that our students did, I painted a permanent display of the sharks and their different sizes on a wall at school. The students' informational sheets are laminated and attached so that all other students can learn about the different sharks that live in our bay. This lesson allows students to look at wildlife that inhabits our planet, but on a smaller scale, to study animals that live in their community. The sharks they research are all specific to the Bay Area, providing a deeper sense of connection and responsibility. The students collaborate to find information and share it with each other. Through this process, students' curiosity grows. They are able to ask questions and find answers. They build a desire to know more about other sharks and other creatures that live in our water. My students started with a perspective that was given to them by the media, that sharks are terrifying human eaters, but learned that sharks injure less people than cows, coconuts, and vending machines every year. They now have an appreciation for the sharks that live near their own city and can view them as a part of their ecosystem rather than monsters on a screen. I can't wait to use what I've learned in this course to educate young people in a meaningful and exciting way through my work as a teacher and as a volunteer for the Bay Area nonprofit Shark Stewards. Hopefully this work inspires my students, and just maybe someday they'll be working at the Monterey Bay Aquarium teaching others about the importance of our oceans, or out at the Farallon Islands during Sharktober studying great whites in their own backyard.
Learn more about sharks so we can tell somebody. And then they tell another and another and another. And then we all know the story about sharks.